The subject of this podcast is going to be about beauty and how we relate to it as human beings, as a society, and basically just deconstructing what it all could possibly mean. And this podcast episode may or may not go up on my main Spotify podcast. This is sort of like a little intimate short talk that I want to share, and I'll probably post this just to my private socials and my Patreon for those who really are interested in seeing what I have to say on this subject. I do want to mention that we do have to examine beauty as far as how we connect it to ourselves and society. We have a lot of beauty standards that are based on European models, and we are now in the process slowly of dismantling that and trying to be more inclusive with beauty. And when we think about ourselves, for instance, when we as women think about, well, when I was younger, I looked a certain way, my body was a certain way. When we were younger, we were always insecure, even though we had no reasons to be. I don't want to say always, I take that back, and not everyone, I'm sure, has experience, but many women in their early 20s experience these insecurities when we have no reason to feel that way. And when we're middle-aged or older, we reminisce about our younger days. And when people see us and we've changed slightly, or there's things different about our bodies or our faces or our skin or what have you, they will make comments like, oh, you don't look like yourself, or you don't look like you used to be, and things like that. But like, when you ask B, what is that? Who are you outside of your physical body and your chronological age? And we base a lot of our beauty on, if you're beautiful, then you deserve this and that. Or if you're not what we consider beautiful by society's standards, then why does that person deserve less than someone who does meet those standards, as far as love, as far as experiences, as far as being treated respectfully as a person, as far as being acknowledged for our accomplishments and what we offer to the world? We offer other things outside of beauty. We offer intelligence. We offer love. We offer kindness. We offer, intellectualism. So many things I can think about, right? So I did hear someone on a public platform speak on this subject recently, and I kind of want to add my 2 cents. They did make some very valid points on those things, like, why are we not connecting with people from an energetic standpoint and seeing them for who they really are? For instance, when I introduce myself, I'll say, oh, my name is Kat. Okay, well, where are you from? People ask, what do you do? What's your sign? Do you have kids? Just things like that. But the core level of who I am surpasses all of that. If I really were to introduce myself, and I were to say introduce myself from my essence, I would say, hello, I am softness. I am affection. I am joy. I am humor. I am mystery. I am magic. I am comfort. I am intellect. I am science. I am expansion. I am adventure. I am curiosity. I am sensuality. I am strength. I am nurturance. Those are the basic traits of my soul essence. The point is is that when you know what you are to your core, that is your true core, that is your beauty. And so many people aren't seeing for those things. Now, to piggyback on what that person said, I understand the points they were making. However, I do kind of feel like it was a little bit restricted in the fact that we were that person was discounting the validity and the potential uses of beauty in a positive way. Okay, it's not an all or nothing thing. It's not beauty is all bad or all good. Okay, it's really about your perception of beauty. As a creative, I am an artist. I'm a visual artist. I paint. I create experiences and moods and atmospheres and aesthetics. I dance. I create music, all of these things, right? And I adorn myself depending on my moods. And it's not based on a European beauty standard. It's not based on a heteronormative beauty standard. It's strictly based on what I feel is art and beauty. And when I put on my face paint or my forehead jewelry or my crowns and my accessories, it's not because I am trying to meet any standard. It's simply because I'm trying to express an aspect of my soul. And being one who carries heavy Venus energy, I take offense to the fact that beauty should be something that we don't value, as long as you're valuing it in a balanced way. What is life as a human without art, without artistic expression? Pretty fucking boring, if you ask me. Dance is an art form. Painting is an art form. Movement is an art form. Clothing and fashion is an art form. Writing is an art form. Art is so many things, and without that art, which brings beauty to our experience, what is that, right? Is that really life? So when I put on my ancestral jewelry and I put on these things that remind me of who I am and the power within, and to create something that is visually different, visually impactful, visually unique to me, that is art to me. And I believe bringing beauty and softness and something that is visually pleasant to whoever's perceiving it to be visually pleasant, because remember, art's in the eye of the beholder. So is beauty. But for the one that catches on that frequency of what I'm trying to express in whatever medium it is, and they appreciate that, and it brings something to them and it touches them, that is the gift of beauty. And why should I apologize for that? Why should I feel guilty for that? Why should I devalue that? So why is it that we can't use beauty and aesthetics for something positive, something transformative, something to get a point across, something to stop you in your tracks and make you think or consider different perspectives, or consider just appreciating something that is uniquely from another soul, and you appreciate that. So that's kind of all I want to talk about. This is literally a short, specifically on this subject. I'm going to be posting about mirrors and what mirrors mean from a spiritual perspective or from an ancestral perspective, and I'm going to post it up, and whatever medium I share that, I'll post it in the caption. But I believe that looking at ourselves as reflections of each other and reflections of our soul is so beautiful, and it's reflected in so much art in the world. Something to think about.